Hello, Chucky. Oh, my word. It just started raining. All the goats are coming back. And I didn't get the gate closed to the goat barn, so they're all going to go there, including Chucky. Yeah, they're not happy about all the rain. They're not happy one little bit. Well, I am a little bit earlier than usual. Well, making up for last week, it was a little bit. Just what we do not need here in East Kentucky is more rain. Hopefully, it's not going to amount to much. We'll see. Needless to say, my lighting isn't the best, but it is what it is. Anyway, needless to say, it's not very hot, even though you will probably still hear the fan in the background that I have blowing on Joy and Sheba. Sheba's sleeping quietly, which is good. Okay. I don't know who's going to be in here and who isn't, but I did not do an update on what, because I was going to try and go live here in the barn. Let's see here. Okay. Here is Miss Joy. As you see, I have rigged up a sling for her. This is just vet wrap to give her head a little bit of support. It's stretchy, okay? And it's not real tight. I just want to give her a chance to lift her head, but at the same time, I want her to have a little bit of support. I just stretched her with a little bit of the Power Punch right here and water. Gotta keep in the cup here. So she's really trying to sleep. Let me see if we need it. I don't know if we need Sheba or not. Yep, there's Sheba. She's over there sleeping. Sheba's been naughty. Yeah. She got her collar off twice yesterday. And I had a bandage on her incision. Well, I had it on it, and I wrapped it. I think I had that wrap a little bit too tight. Tried to make it a little bit looser, but yesterday I think it was a little bit too tight. And she got it out. So this morning I redid it, and ooh, nice breeze now. This time I put a on there because it's to her belly and wrap around. I tried to be extra careful about not making it too tight, but I had to have the Telfa pad covered, okay? Because she's been licking it, and it's like, great, I cannot because of how muddy it's been, I cannot let her out until it heals. And it's not going to heal if she's going to be licking it. So it's supposed to be 7 days, and she should be good. It should be Wednesday. Of course, now she's on an antibiotic because it was weeping. And so, alone. So, seeing her sleep is good. And she still has her cone on, which is good. Okay. Now, Joy. Update on Joy. This morning, for the first time, Joy lifted her head by herself and held it for like 20 seconds. That's the first time since she's gotten sick. Okay. She really, I mean, she made a few attempts. Was it yesterday or the day before? But she wasn't able to hold it for very long. She tried. This morning, she actually held it. So this is why the vet wrap on her horns, just to kind of give her a little bit of stability, okay? So she can work on those neck muscles. I have been drenching her, which I forgot to pick up another bottle when we were in Tractor Supply yesterday. Oh, excuse me. But I may have to go back to London over the next couple of days, and if I do, I'll get another one. So I've been drenching her with that, and I've also been giving her water through the drench. She's not to where she can drink of her own accord just yet. I'm trying to get some. What I've done is I have, I've got some alfalfa pellets and some beet pulp that I have soaked. Okay, so it's a nice soft mush. And I've also added some of the red pellet supplement. It's like a calf manna type stuff. It's got a lot of vitamins and minerals in it. And it's like, is it 28% protein? Anyway, it's got a lot of good stuff in it for goats. So I've got that mixed in with it. And I'm also giving her, I have a can of sweet potatoes. I'm giving her a little bit of sweet potato in with it. I gave her just a little bit yesterday just to start her, like, a couple little, like maybe the size of my, okay, early on, and then a little bit more, a little bit later. This morning was the first time she got the sweet potato. And she seemed to like it. I got 2 feedings into her. The first one was about, just a little bit, because the sweet potatoes knew about that much worth, okay? And then a little bit later, we got back from church, like that much worth, okay? And I'm going to give her about the same again. We've got flies in here. About the same again after I'm done on this live stream, okay? I did give her a drench just beforehand, so she had something into her. And I'm going to try and get a little bit more solid food in it. Because she has to have her lumen working. That was another thing I gave her this morning too, is I gave her a little bit of probiotics, and I'll give her some more in a little bit. I'm just giving her small amounts. Okay. So I'm trying to build her up. I'm trying really hard to build her up. I have to make an adjustment on the rings for the rope where I can hook her to, because the rings are too high. I need to lower the rings so that I can elevate her a little bit more. Just to keep her legs moving. It'll be easier on me. I can lift her up. I can maneuver her legs rather than having her laying down all the time, which I'm sure that's not good for her. Even though I change her position several times a day, it's not good for her to be in the same position continuously. So I'm trying the sling. The sling seems to be working well. I had a little trouble to begin with because I just bought the one larger pulley, okay, and then I bought a small one. When I tried it last night, one pulley was not enough. I couldn't handle it by myself. She's just too heavy. But I remembered that I had a pulley that was in amongst my father's things. I found it this morning, and I've got that hooked up. And between the 2 large pulleys and the 1 smaller pulley, I can lift her up. So, and that will help give her some support. So that's what I've done for her so far. Still value your prayers for her. Seriously, shot out of she's got a long road ahead of her. Seriously, she does. I appreciate the prayers for me because frankly, I'm exhausted. But I'm doing the best I can. I'm trying really hard to do what I can for Joy. What can I say? I'm out here every hour or two, depending. It kills me when I have to go to town. Yesterday we were a lot later than I wanted to be. We left around 8. We didn't get back till like 1:30. I hope I didn't set her back too much. But like I said, she did pick her head up this morning. So, and that just like warmed my heart when I saw her do that. And even Sheba, when she did that this morning, and I was saying how good she was, Sheba came over and was licking her head and is being supportive of her, without being obnoxious. And that's an important thing. I can't have her being obnoxious and causing a problem with her. So, but anyway, so that's, if anybody has any questions, I guess there's 2 people supposed to be in here. If anybody has any questions, by all means, ask away. I am going to take a picture. Yes, I have my phone in my back pocket. I'm going to take a picture of Joy in a sling, and I'm going to send it to the vet in the morning, and I'm going to ask him if he thinks that a steroid would help her. I don't know if he will. Somebody has suggested that. I think I remember who it was, but just in case I get it wrong, I'm not going to say. But it was in one of the comments. So I'm going to ask him if he thinks it would help her. Now, she 3 days of antibiotics yesterday. I do believe she did it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Skip Thursday, Friday, Saturday. No, today we'll finish her 3rd day of antibiotics. I have to give her antibiotics today. She does not like that when I give her the antibiotic. I guess it burns. I don't know. But she squirms more when I give her the antibiotic than when I give her the vitamin. So I'm giving her the vitamin shot because it was he prescribed both of them at the same time. So I'll just go ahead and continue with that. Hi, Heavens Bound Homestead. Should you put a little baking soda in her food to make sure she don't get bloated? That might be a good idea, actually. I don't know about in her food. Maybe just put a pinch of it in her mouth. I'm not giving her a lot at this point. Idea to have some baking soda down here and give her a little bit at a time. She's not showing any signs of that now. What I did with the food is I stuffed it in her mouth, okay? And an indication would be if I saw the food out in a pile or outside of her mouth, when I come down to check her again, then I'll know that she's not really eating it. But she's eating it. She does seem to be swallowing it, so that's a good thing. The only thing I don't know is if her rumen is messed up. And I don't know if she can cough up her cud and chew her cud. I don't know. So that's another thing I need to check with the vet about. Because I don't want to be doing more harm to her than good. Rumens, it's a little bit different, their digestive system is different. I mean, hey, if she was a young child, I know exactly what to do. If she was a horse, I know exactly what to do. Goat, I'm still a little bit, trying desperately to do the right thing. Yeah, it started raining hard again. we really don't need any more rain. And they are forecasting more rain. I believe it's tomorrow and Tuesday, and I believe Wednesday as well. I feel for the people east of me. I mean, they got hit so hard. I was looking at some of the footage this morning, and it was like the water rose so fast that people just could not get out. Um, Last I saw, death toll was up to 25. So, and they fear that it's going to go higher. We were supposed to have a small ruminants meeting in Hazard at the end of this month or next month, August. And I don't know yet if they're still going to have it or not. So priorities have kind of changed a little bit. I did get an email from the president of this group, and he was saying that there's been a lot of devastation in the small ruminant community, and that they're still waiting on word to find out what kind of resources they need. Because it's been, he said, barns were swept away. There is so many missing. Yes, I know. Oh, that's the scary part. I mean, they find, at least some alive, but communications are down and they can't get hold of people. Even cell phones are down. So you can't even count on your cell phone. And they couldn't go and search buildings because the waters, they couldn't get through the waters, in certain areas. So it was terrible. Anyway, that he was saying this morning in the email that there were barns swept away. There was livestock and livestock guardian dogs that were swept away. Fences were destroyed. There's been a lot of loss, and so he said to be prepared that there may be requests. Of course, hay was ruined, and it's like we're looking at coming into winter. So one nice thing about the rain is it's really cooling things off. It feels really good right now. Almost wish I had sleeves on. Joy is resting quietly. I'm going to try and hoist her up a little bit more later. Just try and get the legs under her. My husband was saying that he didn't think the towel was going to support her weight. Yeah, I think so. She's not that heavy. She's lost some weight. I know she has. And I glued and screwed that towel to the dowels. The dowels are good and strong, and distributing across that whole length of the dowels helps to take strain off of one part. Like, I wanted something that was going to be breathable. Okay. And I mean, we're not talking a horse here. She's just a little goat. So, yeah, and I'm using paracord, 550 paracord, which can handle 550 pounds. That's what they say. So, but to be on the safe side, I doubled it. Just to be on the safe side. Because I don't have an accident with her falling down and hurting herself. So, she was enjoying the cool air, I'll tell you that much. So I'll have to make sure I remember to bring the baking soda down. So we've got a lot going on. I do have some good news, and that is that my son was approved. The landlord that he's getting was getting kind of discouraged because he was getting the wrong kind of client. And so he was like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And then somebody was talking to him about my son. And let's face it, my son, he doesn't do drugs. He doesn't drink. He doesn't smoke. He doesn't party out with wild women or anything like that. You know, he's a good kid, even though he's not a kid anymore. He's a grown man, but you know, he'll always be a kid to me, right? So, but he was approved for the apartment. Hopefully, he'll get moved in this week. Tomorrow's a holiday, so I'm not sure how that's going to affect things up there. But hopefully, this week he'll be in his new apartment. And this is a little bit different because my son has never, ever been on his own. He's always been living under my roof. I try not to interfere much with his life. I let him do his thing. You know, I mean, I figured he's my only child, so why kick him out? You know, it's not like he's competing with anybody else for space. So I wasn't going to kick him out, even though maybe some people think I should have. I don't know. He wasn't a bad kid. If he had been a bad kid, you know, that might have been different, you know, but he behaved himself. He was, you know, he did his own thing. He had a job, you know. So the job he had was across the street from where we lived. I mean, there was no point in, you know, making him move out. So, well, now he's on his own for the first time in his life. Now he has to set up housekeeping for the first time in his life. I'm not there to clean up after him. I'm not there to prepare his meals. Not that I prepared all his meals anyway. There was a couple of times where, you know, I got him to cook dinner. You know, so, you know, he's capable of taking care of himself. I know he is. So, but you know, it's still different, I guess, when it's your mom. So that was the good news I got. I needed some good news. So, because it's been rough. It's been very rough. So, unfortunately, like I said, it looks like we have to go to town one day this week. I'm not sure what day, but we do have to at some point this week. But hopefully, you know, make a quick stop at Tractor Supply and get another thing of Power Punch. But just to have it on hand in case I need it. Because I really think that's helped her get through this because she wasn't eating. You know, she had hay all around her. Okay, and she didn't make any move to eat any of it. I thought this morning, when it came down to Peter, I thought that she mouthing towards some hay, but I can't say with certainty that she was. So I've got a small sweet potato over here coming. I'm keeping the canned sweet potatoes in the fridge. So I kind of letting it warm up a little bit. That's why I didn't feed her right away. See, you have been on a roller coaster. Yes, this month. I don't believe in kicking out children if they are good kids, and the Bible backs it up. Yeah, and no point. I mean, if he had been, that'd be different. You know, he would need to be in a home with his new wife if he was getting married. But he didn't have any interest in down here anyway. He might have an interest up there in Canada right now, but I'm not going to get involved, you know, because when mom gets involved, usually that means that there's going to be a problem. So I just like, okay, it's his thing. Hopefully if things develop that we meet her. He says that we knew her back when he was in school, but I don't remember. It was too many years ago. So, but yeah, that would have been different. But he was by himself, just single, so there's no point. So, you know, and yeah, I'm ready for a nice, relaxing, even keel. But honestly, I think that joy is going to be a long road. Who's making all the racket back there? Honey, is that you? Honey was crazy. That's one nice thing with all the rain is that we've got grass growing, which means I'll have hay. So, and with all this rain, hopefully it's a bumper crop of hay. And we'll have to see what happens because hopefully I'll have this barn available by September to put hay in here because I have to store my hay. So, of course, if I get this new stall built back here, which is what I was supposed to be doing instead of taking care of a goat, then I can like have a little spot there for her, so I don't have to have her in here. So that's something. If I can just stay home long enough, it's just been rough this week. We had to go. We made what 3 trips away from home this week. We don't do that. We just don't do that. Just that things had to be dealt with. Unusual situation. One is I had to get a feed, and I couldn't wait any longer. And the other things came up later in the week. So, hold on a sec. Chew! Sorry about that. I had to sneeze. I wasn't going to sneeze in front of your face. Yeah, so this was a rough week. So I was trying to take care of Joy and the extra trips to town. You know, it kind of really made it rough. I didn't get any packing done in my son's room. I didn't get anything done in that with a stall that was supposed to be building. And of course, with the rain, I wasn't able to even finish burning that bottom board, so I could get that put in. And with the weather forecast, it looks like that's not going to get done until maybe Thursday, maybe. So hopefully I can start working on that. I got to get a couple of posts in the ground in there. And I need to get some more lumber. My neighbor suggested that he had a pile of old lumber at the back of his place, and he suggested I could get some from him. So I may do that. I'm kind of like doing a balancing act. I need to. I want the walls to stay airy for the summer, but at the same time, I want to have at least one wall that's kind of solid because I'm going to make the back part into an enclosed stall, and where I'll have the milking stand because it's long. Oh, so that's what's going on. And at least you got an update on both Joy and Sheba. Now I have to admit, people, I'm beat. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. So I really kind of want to go in and just relax for a little bit after I feed her, of course. And maybe by then the rain will have stopped. But I'm going to go ahead and get her ready. I'll show you. Let me see here. See, there's her little sweet potato right there. That's one of those little shot glass type of cups. And I'll mash that up real good. I got a little bowl over here. Mash it up real good. I've got the soaked beet pulp and alfalfa. I think I might have prepared just a little bit too much because it swells up quite a bit when you soak it. Soaking it also helps to keep her hydrated, which is important as well because, you know, the fluids help to keep things moving. As long as she's pooping and peeing, I haven't noticed her today pooping and peeing, but she hasn't had a lot in her. Just the power punch. And I just started giving her the solid food yesterday. So hopefully I'll see more poops coming out. I just, like I said, my biggest concern right now is her rumen, if her rumen is functioning properly. So you're talking to the vet tomorrow morning and see what he says. I'm sure he didn't expect her to improve. Because the last text I got from him was good that she's alive, not good that she's not up. Because they usually are up by now. So I'm hoping with a little extra antibiotics and me feeding her like I am and just changing her position that hopefully she'll bounce back. I don't know how much of a bouncer's going to be, but hard. Trying real hard. And just, people just keep praying for her, please. Just keep praying. She's been doing her part. She's swallowing. She's trying. She does shift herself a little bit. She just doesn't have the strength to do a whole lot. So we're working on that. So hopefully, just keep praying. Well, it's been half an hour, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to feed Joy again and make sure she's taken care of, shift her again, and it's a good one. I don't know how early an update it's going to be, but I will try and give you an update in the morning. Okay? So I guess that was a fly that went across the yeah, that was a fly. Got plenty of flies. So, okay. Well, this is Mom H with Honey Hollow Homestead with Joy and Sheba, who are just chilling out here. So, thank you very much, Heaven's Bound Homestead. I really do appreciate it. I need it. It's been rough. It's been rough. With her, I haven't had time to do anything else that needs to be done around here. And it's just, what are you going to do? I'm one person. So, alrighty. I'll see y'all later. Take care. Stay dry. And don't forget the people in East Kentucky. They need prayers even more so than I do. So, I'll talk to y'all later.